Hello and welcome to the Dog Savant Podcast. My name is Brett Endies. I am a professional dog trainer. This podcast is for you if you are a dog or puppy owner seeking training and behavior advice, if you are a client in the real world looking to supplement the work and information we are covering in the real world, and if you're just anyone interested in dog training, dog behavior, the life of a professional dog trainer, this podcast is for you. I always ask, please don't forget to subscribe to my podcast, rate, review, tell a friend. You can email me, dogtrainingla@gmail.com. If you have any questions, I love answering. And if you're interested in any kind of training, I offer in-person and group classes in the Los Angeles area. And I also do Zoom training to anywhere you may be located. It has worked great, so I definitely would like to offer that to you if you're listening and you're not local to me. Okay, so today's podcast, number 104, we're going to talk about how to choose a dog trainer, right? I would prefer that you choose me if you are local or if you are seeking me via Zoom. But of course, there you just may have a situation that's going to require more of a hands-on, type of approach. And I just wanted to just give some of the things that you could look for as qualities in or red flags to just be aware of that I found can cause issues just from my own observations being in the pet profession for as long as I have, and just enough of unrelated owners reporting to me their not so great experiences when I see them and they're and I'm not saying that I'm the only trainer that has the information that can help, but I find that a balanced training approach can get the job done, and trainers with experience that can fit certain bills of qualifications will definitely lead you down a better path as far as what's going to be best for you and your dogs, especially again if you have a very serious behavior issue like aggression, reactivity, separation anxiety, that you need a skillful, experienced professional to help you with.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of great trainers. I know them personally, and I also know some trainers that aren't so great that may appear as such because they have a fancy website or they have a cutesy name. They portray a lot of things that hit the emotional buttons. I always talk about the feeling good, force-free, purely positive, blah, blah, blah. And these are sometimes, although they may sound and look great, more of a red flag than maybe a guy who's had the same website for 15 years, looks a little old school, and has just been in the trenches focusing on nothing but training dogs this whole time. I personally, that's how I would choose a professional for anything than someone who's spending more money on marketing and appearance. But that's aside from it. Let's talk about the actual skills, the experience that they may or may not possess to be in a situation when they come into yours. They have been there before, they know what to do, they know how to handle it skillfully in a very confident way to get you the result you want, which is your dog listening. I'm just gonna stop here as we got some lawn equipment. Sit, good boy. There's B. So you wanna make sure they have dogs, right? I've heard stories of trainers not even having dogs of their own, right? Well, how can you even relate to the experience your clients are going through? These are people who live with dogs. It's an intimate part of their life and routine. And you have to at least have some kind of common understanding there. Also, they should have well-behaved dogs. Now, they don't have to be perfect dogs. They don't have to be dogs that are winning trophies and championships and look like robots on videos. But they should be able to have the skills that you as a potential client are looking for in your dog, right? They should be able to be socialized, walk on a loose leash, come when called, not have anxieties, reactivities, behavior issues, or that trainer who maybe just recently got the dog is working on it or raising their puppy properly. And you should ask to see at least evidence via videos and whatnot. Testimonials. If you're doing a good job and you have some experience under your belt, there's going to be good testimonials. Any good trainer I know, it's like the people who they've worked with are so thrilled and happy that they've helped them the way they did, because good trainers really care and they put 100% into what they do and get the job done. You'll see their testimonials, right? You'll see their reviews, you'll see things on social media, you'll see client comments. They'll be able to provide at least links to where you can find these things. If they ask, they shouldn't get defensive about it and whatnot. So that's that. As far as the methods, that's the trainer's always right. But yeah, I mean, balanced training methods, you do want to see, where it's someone who has used the proper tools, doesn't just stick to one thing, because it's going to limit their ability to help you, whether it be just using one type of tool like an e-collar or only treats or just putting a gentle lead or not talking about if this training collar doesn't work, we will go to something else because I have the experience to know how to go to plan B if the first approach doesn't get us where we want to be or look like it has a limit. So this is all things you want to either ask or just observe that your trainer possesses, as far as, just knowing, especially if you have a complicated situation. You have a reactivity case, you have a dog with anxiety, separation anxiety, taking off, and there's this trainer is good at making the dogs listen inside their facility when there's no distractions. Another thing, they'll use like a doll, like a stuffed dog, as some kind of demonstration, like especially when dealing with dogs who may have behavioral issues, like, we'll use this dog in lieu of an actual dog and see if it gets your dog to react. It's not even close. And then again, any experienced trainer knows that's silly. And you want someone who's maybe made that mistake and has more years under their belt to realize, or just knows because they learned from the proper place and has just time and dog handling, experience that they can just carry over into yours. So anyway, I hope that makes things clear as far as, what you may be looking for when hiring a trainer. But you want to take it serious. You don't want to, just look for the best deal, or like I said earlier, someone who just presents themselves in the flashiest, cutesiest way, because that could very well be, you're not going to get the best for you or your dog. All right, guys, thank you. Have a good day.